were handing those out down at the Slam Shuffle.
Oh, they were? Dang, I picked a heck of a time to not be at the Slam Shuffle. Holy crap. The second biggest band of all time. Well, anyway,
You want this?
yes, this doesn't look like...
James Brand Abbey.
That doesn't look like the type of...
You gonna open it now?
Yes, absolutely.
The album opener.
I will,
Yeah, you pick if you want to open the plastic now.
yeah. I kind of want to see what this, engine red vinyl looks like. So, let's see.
Oh, yes, you get a colored thing.
So, Kill 'Em All by Metallica, their first studio effort.
For every channel update
Yes,
that we want something, I don't want to say momentous, but some kind of halfway significant change
yeah, yeah.
in your dog channel stuff
So,
that is time to switch sides.
yep,
Switch seats.
yeah. This is the cool.
Did you notice we were on the wrong side?
We're on swapped sides this time.
Is because of, okay, what do you get?
You get
A cool insert.
You get the
Oh,
insert
lyrics? Good for us.
with lyrics and
Finally be able to,
sing along.
those Metallica lyrics.
Yeah, and for all the singing that I wanted to do with them. And then you get the... Oh, it's even got one of those splatters.
Red with a little black splatter and smoke effect.
There's the engine in
Awesome.
your engine red.
Oh, like fire engine
That
red?
is freaking sweet.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Nice reflective album label on the thing too. Yes. That is quite awesome. But yeah, we're not here to talk about this.
Hostmas, yeah, that counts as in the Hostmas cheer.
Holiday cheer, yeah. So,
It's another year.
our channel update.
Damn it, it's another freaking year. How many of these are there gonna be?
Yeah, that's a
Crying out loud.
very good question. I don't have the answer to that.
What year even is this? This is late 2023?
Yeah, we're coming
Good
up.
criminy.
We're coming up on 2024, where 2020 is 4 years ago, and feels the heck longer ago than that with the whole time dilation thing and the weirdness of 2020. So
Well, we didn't just purposely decide to switch.
Oh,
That is the only place to put the flicks up. My shelf,
right,
pop culture display shelf
once
yeah.
again.
for my cool items.
That way, both shooting locations.
So then, in the interest of that guy being sitting next to his
yeah,
selections
both
on his display.
both shooting locations can have one. So it's pretty important that happens. So
Oh,
regarding actual channel stuff,
Oh, yes, quickly let me do the update of the Jeff Beck update
oh okay,
of
yes.
getting Roger the Engineer.
Yeah. We righted
Well,
that
I
wrong.
didn't have it at the time,
Yeah.
and so it was important to
To get it.
get the album.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty seminal
I
album
said I should freaking get it.
for Jeff Beck fans. So.
Oh, neat.
Oh, you even get the
And break down and just get a new copy from internet.
yeah. It's a pretty
So
it's a pretty nice copy. So
yes, you have to give the information update, and you get the back. Nice.
yes.
Well, I had it in a frame for so long, looking on the wall. I got this like 4 months ago. Pretty much when we made
Yeah.
that Jeff Beck tribute.
So yeah, you don't get to see the back all that often.
Great illustrations from the guy,
Actual Raj the
Chris Drea.
Oh, Chris.
the
yeah,
rhythm
that's right.
the rhythm guitarist
Yeah.
made the little drawings
So
of Roger the Engineer.
yes, sir. Yeah, that's quite an acquisition.
Over, under, sideways, down. Finally got a copy.
Yes. So, as far as numbers go, for you numbers people out there, we pushed 400
Oh, yes, we're sitting on 4,000 fails,
scrobbies. Yeah.
or what it is. 1,001 Jinx.
Yeah. There's been multiple takes. I can't even count the number.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even what I was talking about, but yeah, that's fine.
And, and we have...
You add them all up through the numbers of the journey.
Yeah. We're actually approaching 300 videos. I don't think we're quite there yet with this one. But it'll be close. Hopefully we might be able to press the add button within the next 20 to 30 years. Potentially.
Any hope that he can claim. I don't have any kind of claims on popular success or being able to push the AdSense.
So what we normally do with these things, the American political climate, the news items of the year of the channel update.
Yeah, him I don't want to talk that much about.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how we vote because this state always is freaking red, pretty much.
But yeah, it's been entertaining. I've actually had a pretty quick spin up on these trials.
Yes, the indictments is what's funny.
Yeah, because
we've still enjoyed some of the Trump donuts.
Yeah, on my side,
stupidity.
I haven't been paying much attention to it on my side,
and the mass idiocy of.
But yeah,
his court appearance.
Yeah, wasn't there winning strategy to try to like get the judge to dismiss the case or attack the credibility of the
judge? Please declare a mistrial due to your own idiotic behavior.
Yep,
you big poo-poo head judge.
You judge. So yeah, they're not.
Yep.
So
Your Honor, I object. You are supposed to be listening to my clients rambling. Freaking idiotic, basically the equivalent of his rally speeches.
Well, he is the man.
Here in this courtroom.
Yes, yeah.
When you ask him a question, you need to listen to the entire goofy, deflective ramble of what he wants to say in his in his
make sure you make
horrible, idiotic thing.
Make sure you make a note of all the projections. Make sure you make a note of all the people that seem right, but they are wrong.
In a good way.
What?
His good
saying. Yes. So,
yeah, I don't really want to draw even much attention to political climate. They had some of those funny debates. Did you watch any of Republican?
Just got done.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
Actually, fighting. Oh, was that the first time you'd seen any of them?
Yes. Yeah.
They're bickering. None of them. They basically know none of them are gonna win.
So, yeah, you'll see these. You'll basically see these. Anywhere from 30, which is young for a Republican, probably somebody in their mid-30s, up until Chris Christie himself, just fling these small little things at each other, like small arguments about the minimal thing of the day. Where you're just
you're bickering with the lady that's up there.
Yeah.
Of course, you got DeSantis in all of his glory and awesomeness.
And as I was watching it, I was like, why am I watching this?
Who's gonna make the best Ronald president?
It's not.
Or no, Ronald vice president. Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. I think they're all vying.
Are they vying? Yeah, are they?
They got that VP.
Are they vying for the spot of running mate? Ronald running mate.
Yeah. But, so, it's the first time I've ever watched one of those debates when I did ask the question of why I was even watching it. Because the 2020 ones were at least kind of interesting. Is to be like, well, what talking points are they even going to come
gripping for what subject matter? Yeah, these are just entertaining for.
Yeah. The surface.
That's virtually my only interest of even clicking on a news item about Republicans is to watch the infighting, the sad state of the party as it's been on the decline for however many.
Yeah. You watch
freaking decades. Beautiful.
I watched this. Yeah. I watched this for the surface the bickering, and was not displeased. If I want, yeah. And it was cool to see, it was actually cool to see Christy slam somebody for being young. Way to get your young fan base riled up in...
Oh, was he like...
When it was time to...
Was he like, you spring chicken, you...
Yeah. You haven't even been in the party for double-digit years.
You green around the gills, or whatever it is. You upstart of yeah.
Pretty different. It's pretty different than the rallying cry of 8 years ago when it was like, yeah, we need all the young people. It's like, now that they're here, let's make fun of them.
Kind of, yeah. That's
so,
neat.
yeah. Huge amounts of
2015 or 16. I was only like
18
years old.
Entertainment from that for sure. Yeah, and I've in other news.
What even has the news items been, or at least the ones we're allowed to talk about?
I have been a little dismayed about housing prices. Like, they haven't fallen...
Perfectly understandable, anyway.
They haven't fallen as steep as I and a lot of other people thought they were going to. They've fallen, like, a little bit, but it is still out of my future.
I mean, yeah, you're not relishing the fact that it would be bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not like... It's not like an entire market of people that bought these inflated price homes are now going to be, like... crying a river and refinancing their homes and whatnot, but at the same time, I want a freaking house. I want one.
I like good coffee and I don't like bad.
So, yeah, so I guess you gotta play the waiting game for a little bit for either salaries to go up or housing prices to come down just a little bit more.
In the mixtape revolution, we actually... This was crammed in as a last-minute item for this channel update this year. The new era for Kiss incarnation.
Wait, there's a
Remember the end of the road? They finally wrapped up the end of the road tour. Remember?
Okay.
It just happened about a week ago that they did their last shows of going back home to hometown New York, Madison Square Garden's final show.
Okay,
well, at the end of that, at the very end of those concerts, they rolled out their new, it's a new Kiss, it's a new era for the rock group Kiss.
Aren't they like 80 years old? How are they going to have a new era? Like...
The freaking holograms that we were talking about 4 years ago.
Oh no, are you... Did they die? Or is it they're just too old to play?
What's it called? Holograms.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
Or would that be something they can maybe do in their next farewell?
Yeah, that's right. They like
pretty financially lucrative to.
They could be
just start using holograms.
They could be on tour forever.
You could, if you don't want to just keep hiring. If they still need to look 25 or 30 every time, just use a hologram. Remember in the 70s rock groups that we don't like video?
Yes.
Where we're making fun of Kiss being
Kiss.
So fixated on doing these lucrative tours and package deals and merchandise.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to stop touring, and you keep doing farewell tours even though it doesn't count as a farewell.
Oh my.
Sure enough. Yeah, it's actual little hologram projections. When you're the one that jokingly said holograms.
Why did they?
Several freaking years ago. Yep. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they had a little animation man.
So
did you see the thing? It shows all four of their faces, and they're like,
yes. I had to go along with it.
That was awesome.
I watched it.
They're coming out. He's a new CG man.
Yeah,
he's got these floating digi drums that he's playing with his glowing.
And he's playing them.
Electronic drumsticks.
He's playing them in the air. Like, he's not.
Yeah,
even,
he's jumping and flying. He's doing flips and stuff while he's drumming.
not sitting on a stool, man.
Gene Simmons can float without flapping his demon wings. He's got giant demon wings.
Yes.
And just breathes fire like a dragon.
Well, see, that's the thing. One thing I am thankful for this new era for is that we finally got an answer to the Gene Simmons "Am I the Firestarter" video, because now
yeah, that's safe to conclude he's supposed to be the Firestarter.
Supposed to be, so good for him. But
this is a completely new era. The Paul man looks great, like Paul, going through doing his Paul.
Man of moly.
What was he? Is it called the Painted Lover or the Rock? What is he? Rock man?
I want to say...
Or the Rock Star? And then the Ace.
Yeah.
Tommy, what's his name? Guy. Is, and instead of being an astronaut, they had him, kind of like Doctor Strange. He had these, mystical little strap ropes flying.
Yeah.
And he had some of those little conjuring circles. Those little CG things that you...
Yeah.
That you whip up when you're a Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so any word on how long this tour is supposed to last? This new era? Just to clarify, is there a definite time?
And then a little royalty money for Rod Argent that I thought was cool.
Yeah, they didn't even do a Kiss song
on the demo, on the rollout.
On the demo, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, they're playing Argent.
So,
it's exciting to me.
Yeah,
Remember what you said when I said we could always get some holograms, and then you said something to the effect of, "Yes, you can be on tour forever."
Yeah. So, yep, it actually is on tour. I asked the question, "How long is it?" How long is this new era? Just to try to put my dismay out there. But the thing is there are things that could put the era to an end, but hopefully there's a backup of their...
Oh, the files, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta worry about...
Yeah, you don't want to overheat the server.
Your server farm and your files, and what if, you gotta advance the technology to be in line with the current technology of the future. So, say a computing architecture changes or something.
You'll have to retro-engineer.
You gotta recompile, and... there are, to satiate my own...
invest in multiple hard drives.
Yeah. You gotta have your redundant backups, an offline, freaking off-site, and the running copy. And your hardware...
And the admin.
Your liquid-cooled PCs, and...
You gotta have at least one copy of the admin password.
I wonder how much file space that entire performance takes up. Probably a fair amount. But
made me happy.
Yeah, so...
If you got the dismay, then I can be the concern. But it's a positive concern. It's a...
Yes.
It's a yes! Not only is it awesome that I can be the freaking person that called it 4 years ago, but it really will keep going.
Yes.
And going.
And going.
And going. Will they just do them as regular concerts?
Yeah, how does that going to work?
They can show up, do the meet and greets and the merch sales with the flaming guitars.
Yeah.
Probably during the show.
Or is it going to be like an access plan where you pay a monthly fee and you can watch the show and updates to the show at any time you want, kind of like a Kissflix,
pay-per-view,
or a Kiss Plus, or
a streaming or a
how is that going to work? Is it
digital copy?
Because there have been digital concerts in Fortnite before, where it's like an exclusive digital thing that only happens in the...
You pay to be in the club?
The Fortnite universe, but...
Oh, they'll figure out a way.
Yeah, they will.
They know the best businessmen.
They actually, in their digitized versions, they actually look a little bit like a Fortnite character.
The CG wasn't even that great. it wasn't AI, or I mean, it wasn't the AI that we know now of the images that actually look like TV.
Yeah.
Or a photograph, a filming of a guy.
You can
it
tell.
It still looked like CG animation.
Yep. You can tell it was handcrafted. So, yeah. Kiss the New Era. I can
begin.
Yeah. The New Era begins, and
then did you see that tech gaff?
Oh yeah. Yes.
We don't want to harsh them so bad. I technically count as happy that they're keeping on going, but in the rollout of whichever night, the one that we saw was that December 2nd. Technically the last show.
Yeah.
When they're doing this rollout at the very end sequence, and the audio of his voice didn't come in.
Yeah, you'll see a
synthesized Paul voice.
Yeah.
Saying something like, Kiss Army, your strength and power has now rendered us functionally immortal due to AI.
And then
new era for Kiss starting right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then the actual dialogue, his line didn't kick in. The audio didn't kick in until right now.
Oh my gosh. That was actually funny to watch, to see They probably spent a lot of time on that lip movement.
The big rollout get messed up.
So, for whatever that's worth, I got my entertainment value out of it. And, yeah. So, the new era lasts as long as the Kiss passion burns in the fan base's hearts. So...
Okay, and then what else? What else do we do every year?
Well, on this big World Wide Web internet that allows the fans to interact directly with us, it is
our super chats.
It is now time to
talk
to
mofos.
fans.
Did you think we were gonna forget the?
Yeah, no, we never forget our fans.
What's his name? Jim Knight.
Yeah, we never forget our fans. We never. Yeah. It just kind of happens. So should we give Jim Knight the honor of being first again, or?
I would assume he wants to be.
Okay then. Yeah. So, Jim Knight says, "I will never be satisfied with all this because I have too much common sense."
I'll never be satisfied with all of this.
Yeah. What is all of this? Like, is it just the channel? What is the scope of this?
He has the good sense to always want more. Okay. We can narrow it down. We can narrow it down that it's the common sensibility of whatever counts as common sense now.
Okay.
And he's saying that it just won't ever cut it.
Well, I'm glad somebody had to specify what the common sense actually was.
It's never gonna cut it.
So, can we...
The mustard?
Can we go over the stuff we did already?
This is so crappy.
Would that be enough to, say...
Yes, what are we even remiss on this year? The damn stack of PMs. We still haven't found a way around the zones.
Right. The content, so we can watch those European...
We're supposed to use either LA Confidential or whichever one.
Yeah, I'm actually still working on that.
Oh, it just means there's still exciting stuff for us to do.
So, once we break the region...
Hopefully exciting. I hope it's going to be exciting.
Once we break the region 2 kerfluffle,
yeah, but just think, if we end up being let down by all of those, that's gonna suck.
True.
LA Confidential in them.
Yeah. How many movies, how many of each type of media have we done? I think it averages around, we did 8 or so.
Oh, for our rotation?
Yeah.
yeah, since we don't do like one movie per week,
Yeah. We did about 10 or so movies
or
this year.
sometimes even per month. Yeah, you only of each thing you only get about one per month.
Yeah. So about 10
In our problem of
artists' albums.
not enough days in the week.
Yeah. And there was actually a fair amount of video game videos published this year
And
too.
due to the fact that this town blows, yes,
So-
you've kept up the pace on gaming reviews.
So if
And
that
you get like a double dose in there a couple times.
yes, but what about projects that are not Pep and Murphy that are still coming up? Keiki. Keiki is actually in the process of putting out an album right now.
Oh, the albums?
Yeah. So I've talked to him. Like Jim Knight isn't. I don't think Jim Knight is like talking directly to Keiki.
There've been
But
it's like half the album that we've had either actual release or
yeah.
what would construe as a sneak peek.
Yeah. The rest of he says the rest of the album should be up. Should be able to be released by the end of the year. So, would that be enough to? I mean, Jim already said that he is not going to be satisfied at all. So I don't know why I'm still trying to
Oh, what he wants?
appease.
You've been remiss on it for about 2 years.
Yes,
It wasn't
I
first.
have. Yeah.
It wasn't first mentioned on the one before that. I think it was 2020.
Yeah, I talked about it first on 2020. So
Gosh. Okay, so
It's-
it's good that we finally get that
it's been a bit.
after so darn long.
So
Mine got postponed, but we did do some work a little bit on. I got one track, the vocals done the other day, or 2 or 3 weeks ago anyway,
okay. Yeah.
that counts as, well, how many would that be? About 4? There's only about 4 tracks that
count.
are getting ready to be
Okay.
and good to go. Yes, I still want to keep going and complete the... Remember, all the tracks are done.
Yes.
All of the music backing tracks are done, and it just still needs vocals for, 8 or 9 more
Okay. Yeah.
of Make Your Motion.
Make your motion. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. So now we have another question up on here from Rary.
Rary?
Yes,
Rary.
that
Yes,
guy.
that's right, we finally get to get him back.
Yeah. He asks.
Well, don't forget, it's supposed to be higher and louder than that.
Oh, okay. So.
Rary. That's not even that bad. That's kind of close to what it's actually supposed to be. That still hurts.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
doesn't sound right.
I don't think my voice
I
goes.
still have to scale it all the way down to not freaking hurt your
Yeah.
throat. Rary.
So.
Rary.
Just in the interest of saying the name half right, I'm going to go ahead and say it loud, but I don't know if I can go that high pitch. So, Rary asks, did you dams ever finish that Christmas album that I requested the year before last?
Yes, he's the one who... That's why.
Oh,
He's the one who first asked,
okay, yeah. He did ask that.
would it be too much to ask for you guys to
do
give us one lousy holiday album?
a holiday album? Yeah.
And
So-
the answer is yes!
yes, sir.
Again, it got done 2+ years later
Yeah, but the fact is,
due to a cornucopia of holiday circumstances. But yeah, did we recently finish a Christmas album?
well, it's the logistics of gathering everybody around for a Christmas holiday. So that alone.
We said,
But yeah, we
okay, since we're basically doing a Christmas party, let's just go ahead and record the rest of the
yes, yeah,
Christmas holiday celebration.
yeah. So it is there.
It's not every year that you get enough guys, or every guy there.
Exactly. The logistics.
Looking forward to the
release.
Real soon.
Yes. Yeah, that should
We're trying to get it for this
before Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
Of Leland McKansas and friends.
Yes.
A very Fugnap holiday.
Yep. So look in your subscription feed for
Hostmas.
For that. Yeah, that'll be a heck of a release. So
I wasn't able to get the fruitcake. What is it? Oh, that was, as they say, lit AF.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to bring the fruitcake.
Yes, sir.
That's worse than that Christmas album we made.
Yeah.
Yes, how often do people make Christmas albums?
Yeah, it's not very often. So.
Somebody's gonna say, well, in the 75 Christmas albums that I've made.
Yeah.
Superb excitement.
So, yep. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to from Fugnap Records.
Is that
Up next we got... yes! Here she is. Dot Hacker Jolie. Oops, I assumed. But, yes. Hello, Dot Hacker
yes,
Jolie.
the person that we assume, that we keep thinking is a girl.
Yeah. My internet has been spotty, and I was unable to keep up with your domestic activity.
Yeah, I have to assume that's what she's going to ask about.
My apologies to Dot Hacker.
She keeps on doing it every year.
Jolie for having spotty internet service. So, yes, it's been kind of like a two-team effort regarding the domesticism. Some effort on the part of the actual property management company themselves, and more list items being on my part. But the property management company actually power washed the walls and a lot of the sidewalks on my apartment and on the property. So it looks
the outer walls of the building.
Yeah, it looks way spiffy. There's no way they could do the inside without wrecking the drywall. So, yeah. They did everybody's patio and deck, so it basically almost looks brand new. Unless you know what to look for in an old wooden deck.
Oh, anything involving a sprayer.
Yeah, but, and on top of that, they made a fair amount of construction noise, but they did manage to redo a lot of the metal and concrete on the stairs that were starting to fall apart.
Good.
So there's some great safety concerns that were addressed there. So, on my part, I got a kick-ass new air fryer. So, there's a funny story about how I may have been in the not right frame of mind and put my
expose
to put my old air fryer canister on a stovetop burner. And
oh yes, you forgot the bottom. It had something to do with you thought the bottom would be safe to put on a burner.
Think it was an actual pan,
like a piece of metal.
Yeah, that was my main logic flaw. Was I thought it was an actual pan when it was the container for the little air fryer. So I got this new thing that the primary concern was to be able to look at it and without even having to think, be like, okay, that doesn't belong on a stovetop. So, on a burner. But
this I have learned.
The air fryer does more than just air fry it. It bakes, and it has a couple of other things that I can't remember. But we'll put a slide.
Yes, I'd like to get one of those deluxe multi-usage, yeah.
And the container itself is way bigger, so I can cook for guests without having to refill it. So,
speaking of which, yeah, feel free to make something.
Yeah.
I still have yet to be
big old
won over by the technology of any of that stuff.
So
a taco or something.
Yeah.
And then that's your domesticism inroads?
One of them. I also found out that bartender's friend is good for any hard surface and a stubborn, like, a stain that's been there for a while.
Okay.
Like, you put it on there, you let it sit for like 20 or 30 seconds, and then you scrub effortlessly, and it just comes up. So, and I also had time to declutter. The main issue being basically all of my horizontal space in the apartment, like a tabletop or a counter, was occupied with something. Like, literally the only horizontal space I had was to prepare food. And now that I had time to declutter, I now have space for more stuff.
Okay, I'll have to see it. It didn't look that bad to begin with to me. But.
So, but yeah, there's still some stuff I need to do. I need to get out and go get another package of Swiffer pads, because I just ran out. And
my Swiffer replacements!
Pick up, yeah. You always want to get that black stuff off of the linoleum floor, because that'll stick to the bottom of your feet. It's gross.
Oh, I've gotten badly remiss in cleaning lately.
So
I need to do a pretty comprehensive clean.
But
that we may as well just call spring cleaning.
Yeah. So, and I'm still without napkin and paper towel holders, which will be very important whenever
it's key to me.
I'm supposed to be getting a dining room table sometime?
Well, I'll go in there and have to use a tissue for a napkin.
So,
but
yeah, I have maybe a handful of things to improve on, but should I say thanks or no thanks to you, Hacker Jolie. I am improving on them, so yeah. So,
count on hearing from you next year.
Yeah.
I guess. It was cool to hear from Rary.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Riders fan? Like the Riders Guild? Waters fan. Okay. Waters fan 213? Why? What are your top 5 favorite singers? So help me if Roger Waters is not at the top of the list.
Well,
okay, so another one of those. What are your favorite unironic?
I suppose he didn't.
Things?
He didn't say anything about, or giving a subtle jab about.
Okay, you start.
All right.
Top 5, just top 5 vocalists in general.
Yes, sir. Sid Barrett, first singer of Pink Floyd.
Well, whether or not did you know what he was going to say first, or
no, I did not. That just showed up on the screen. So, yeah, I didn't know. But up next, Maynard James Keenan from Tool. Laura Branigan had that one song, Self Control, in the mid '80s that I just love.
And that'll put her on the top.
Yes, yeah. Her voice is amazing. Joan Jett, love hearing Joan Jett anytime. And Trevor Something, who is one of the early 2010 synthwave artists that did that computerized voice auto-tune thing, but somehow managed to make it sound different than like T-Pain and the rappers.
Name is something?
Yep, the artist's last name is something.
Huh.
So,
John Anderson, not the country guy, the Yes guy. Debbie Harry, Blondie. Rob Halford. Noddy Holder. Slade, man.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Slade will actually be coming up in 2024. And Grace Slick.
Nice.
Is mine.
Yeah, Grace Slick is awesome. MW3 against SRN. Ah, okay. I think that's supposed to mean Modern Warfare again 3. Modern Warfare 3 again serious, I guess. Anyway, MW3 again Source, SRS, says, you've been talking about doing a video on the first Kingsfield for around a year now. I'll have to agree with what that other guy said in the last video when he said that's the kind of thing that would make me unsub. that took up like 3 or 4 lines on the monitor.
That you haven't done it?
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. So
he's just talking about you being remiss.
I think it's another thing that I get to be remiss on. So yes, the thing of it is Kingsfield it's like one of those RPGs that takes a long time to play. So on top of living modern life, where we're all busy, the video game itself takes a long time to play. And it's also
Is it a crossover?
Actually, it never made it out of Japan. So I have to either find a translated version or continue to play through my phone with the Google Translate live on a camera type thing.
And it's like a role-playing?
Yeah. So, yeah, without giving too much away, it's basically Japan's answer to, the Elder Scrolls games, which are also long, so there's a lot of...
Just one of those things where you go around?
Yep. There's a lot of adventuring to do, some hard boss fights.
A lot of, negotiating.
Yeah. You gotta go to the right guy to buy this certain thing to progress through the game.
Okay.
And I have to play it all through a phone screen because there hasn't been an English translation. Unless I think I might be able to search up a file on the internet to put into the game that'll make it English, but yeah, needless to say, it's taken a while, but it will be out there. So yeah, that'll be a 2024 thing for sure.
Well,
only beer outlaw. Nice. It's the beer outlaw. We're all the only beer outlaw?
Yeah.
Okay, only beer outlaw 416 says, those are the kinds of album shelves that I would run out of room of. Nice. Is he talking about, yes, I had to take away, I ran out of room because of all the because of the freaking resurgence in buying.
Ah, yes.
And keeping on buying albums down at the guy's booth.
Mm-hmm.
And things. You're out of freaking room in those.
Yeah.
I don't have 50 freaking shelves. My collection is not that big. But I took out miscellaneous. Classical might stay in there. Classical's only about this wide.
Yeah.
But basically that whole right side of the bottom, the half of the bottom shelf is coming out to make room and reshuffle.
Okay. Yeah, I wish, albums take up a lot of room, so...
What is...
All of those laser discs.
Ah, yes.
All of them came out. They're in a nice little nook over by the TV.
Okay.
And then, any general interest, miscellaneous that doesn't fit.
Yes.
The Diary of Samuel Pepys. I actually wanted to do a bonus video segment and go through them.
Ah.
Where you do one of those where you go through your collection. At least for miscellaneous. All the oddities.
Yeah.
There's German beer hall music. There's the thing with the little choir of the little South Korean girls singing. There's the Scandinavian folklore or folk music. I'm pretty proud of my Diary of Samuel Pepys.
Yeah, that's yeah. So having to shuffle all that around so you can keep a
miscellaneous that doesn't count as an awesome rock group.
Yeah.
That all came out of there to make room for.
Yeah, and I haven't been back to the guy's booth in quite some time. I'm very overdue for checking that out to see if he's got anything I'm interested.
Yep, always worthwhile.
So, yes, sir. And I don't see anything new coming
Yes,
up.
Can that be all of the freaking questions, man?
So
what else is the rest of our pop culture concern?
Yeah,
for this year.
We
in the passings of the pop culture.
Yes.
Aside from the new era of Kiss.
Yeah. we heard word of a delay in part 2 of Dune.
That sucks. It got moved from November to, like March, I think?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to watching that.
January or March. It's a long time.
Pretty sure it's March. But, yeah,
to be looking forward for.
It just gives me something to look forward to in 2024. But
2 more freaking years.
I was, really looking forward to watching it this year.
Yeah, we've been waiting for that since 2021.
Yeah, so the first one was great. I feel like it's basically an acceptable amount of time to have been waiting, but because the creators say it's not ready.
Did you know, speaking of Timothy, did you know he's in a George Wonka
Yes.
prequel?
Yes.
Some kind of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory prequel backstory adventure. Well, how did they get shooting done on that? They're not. Dune is not being delayed because of freaking shooting not being done, is it?
Hopefully.
I thought I read in an article that it was due to these strikes that were still going on.
Yeah, but those strikes, both the writers and actors strikes, were resolved back in September. Man.
Both?
Yeah.
I thought half of them still had to strike.
Nah, the writers, the actors resolved first. They reached a resolution sometime in early September.
Gosh, okay.
And then the writers reached the resolution sometime in late. So.
Alright, I was none the wiser.
But.
Good job, guys.
It makes me wonder why Dune is. I'm gonna be fixated on it.
Yeah, if it was supposed to be November,
we got time to.
Then how come it got pushed again?
We got time to launch another movie starring Man before Dune comes out. So, because the Wonka sequel is either out now or due very, very soon. So.
That you're not even excited about.
Yeah.
The Willy Wonka man at the bottom is kind of cool just because they made him so tiny. He's like a foot tall. It's a Hugh Grant, Willy, or Oompa Loompa with too big of a head. His body is like, he's like a this big.
The other thing I wanted to bring up real quick, the video game awards were very predictable. We all knew Baldur's Gate 3 was going to win, but they had to put on the multi-million-dollar production anyway. So, I am glad at least both Cyberpunk and Armored Core 6 wound up winning something. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, we all knew. Basically, the gamers knew that that's what was going to happen. So, yeah, that's it on that. So,
I mean, of course, they're going to try to glorify whatever and turn it into the biggest event it can possibly be.
Oh, yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be an event.
I guess.
And we can't forget about mentioning the passings of the beloved celebrity.
Passing the beloved celebrity, yep.
Yeah. So, this one was pretty recent. Normally,
I didn't hear that many.
Yeah, there's no...
Yes, there was the big shot producer man.
Yeah.
That was like key to the 20th century of the history of television or whatever it was.
Basically, yeah. He had a lot of the
guy from like the 60s or 70s, and he just now passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So yeah, Denny Lane from. Wings.
Yes, we would have to go back and look at the rock stars. I feel like we're remiss on some of the
and Moody Blues
rock and roll guys. Yeah,
but yeah, he passed on. Matthew Perry. This is the one that basically made the news.
Yeah, it's one of those where it was definitely not an old guy.
Yes, sir. Richard Roundtree.
Shaft? That's no good.
Yeah. Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, did he pass away?
The Margaritaville Man. And Bob Barker. Like, he may have been a few days or weeks from turning 100. But, didn't quite
Let's see.
Yes, I think that basically concludes this channel update. We gonna still be doing this next year.
Mm-hmm. We just keep knocking them down.
Yeah, we still got a long list of
I will.
items to do.
Yes. What is the rest of our projection of upcoming usage?
Well, we mentioned Slade a little while ago.
For what it's
Yes. I have to be sure to do a installment from a couple other subgenres coming up, don't I?
Yeah.
Was it time for another Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been without Lorenzo for a little bit.
He'll be coming up in TV Rough next too, though. So we won't be remiss on him.
Good.
Let's see. Would it bear another? Who are we even remiss on? We've done a good job
Yeah.
this year, lady.
Yeah.
Gary Daniels. We got to go back and do the that thing with Sugar Ray Leonard, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Or whoever he was. I think it was called Riot. We haven't done a Gary Daniels in a long time.
On top of doing the Kingsfield video I've talked about doing for a year now, I've got to do one on top-down Grand Theft Auto clones. So, like, the original Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto
That'll be
2.
lame.
So, evidently there was, during the mid to late 2010s, there were a lot of clones of that made for your
down.
retro.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, let's just hope they're so stupid it's funny.
But yeah, so
Yeah, we're not gonna run out of stuff to do.
nope, nah, we got a lot of stuff. So
Capricci Tour.